I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I think that it helps when you have students of a low level of English. It helps a lot because you engage them and you attract their attention. You catch their attention.
That's good. I could notice that during the development of your real lesson, you face some technological difficulties, as you mentioned.
Yes.
Do you think that those difficulties could affect the rest of the lesson?
Yes, I think that I had a big problem because I had a problem with the music. And storytelling has to do with music. It has to do with my voice and all of that, and the music. There is a combination. So I was very depressed when I couldn't work out with the music. So yes, I think that it affects all these problems with the technology.
So according to this answer, do you think that music was essential in this moment?
I think that well, I have learned a lot about music because I did my monograph about it. But it helps students to feel more relaxed. So they are not thinking that I'm learning English. So it's to lower the affective filter.
That's new for me. Can you remember, Stephanie, the strategy you chose to tell the students the story? Which strategy did you use?
Well, I remember that apart from my voice, I tried to point out the pictures so they can realize what I was talking about. I did some mimic, I remember. I put the door to I used the door. I tried to look at them when I was talking so they realized.
I have a question. While you were reading the story to the students, I noticed that you were reading from the PowerPoints. Do you think that this story was good enough to?
Yes, I realized that I should have the script because sometimes I couldn't read my eyes.
It was so small.
Yeah, the letter was so small and it was very hard for me to read. Maybe I should have the script. Read it.
It's perfect. That's really good. Let me see. Yeah. So I could notice during the development of this lesson, you were able to interact with the students by making general questions. Can you remember the language you used to make questions? Did you make a question in Spanish or in English?
I don't remember that part when you say that I did general questions.
No, for example, questions about the topic. About the good or bad situations, for example, about this or that. And do you remember the way or the language you used to make the questions? No?
No, I don't remember.
I noticed that, I don't know if all the questions,
Maybe that
but
was
some questions were made in Spanish. Do you think that making those questions in Spanish was necessary?
No, that's a great thing that I want to do to myself because I know that I have to avoid it, but I made the mistake that when I made the question in English and I realized that nobody understands, and I asked in Spanish, but maybe I should have paraphrased the question or try to do it in English. But as I realized that they didn't understand, I immediately used Spanish. So that's not. I know that.
Now, I have the last question of this interview. I would like to share with you, how did you control discipline in class? Did you work when you needed students' attention? For example, when you need the students' attention, do you think that discipline was good enough?
I think that these students have a problem because they don't listen to you. They never listen to you completely. There are always students that are talking. They are like doing something something else, like talking with the classmates. I have two theories. One, it was probably because it wasn't from the book and they thought that it wasn't important. But I have noticed that they do it too with you. When you talk, they don't pay attention. They're not paying attention. And I don't know why
You don't have the answer, yes.
because when I was in other schools, I realized that the students have like at least 5 minutes of attention, but these students don't have anything. They don't have anything.
So maybe if they don't usually understand what you are saying, so in that case, at the beginning, I think that there are two different things. Yeah. For example, as you told me last week, when they don't usually understand, sometimes they can put a subject barrier and they don't want to listen English anymore. And maybe there are others who wants to learn and they want to jump this sort of barrier to learn English. So in that case, I think that we have this sort of difficulties.
There is a teachers.
Yeah,
Because I realized that the role this is a classroom, but it's the other way around. But the students that are on the next to the door are very good students. All these boys are very good students, and they want to learn, and they want to participate. But there are some students first
yeah.
here that don't want to participate.
So that's a big class. But as I have always told you, we have to try to continue and we have to